Yeah, my name is Erik Gernand, and I directed and wrote the short film Non-Love Song. Yeah, it's a coming-of-age story about two kids who are trying to have an authentic, like, real moment for the first time in their lives. And so I wanted to capture that by shooting it on 16 millimeter as opposed to digital, even though I love digital. I've done a lot of, my work has always been on digital, but with this one specifically, I wanted to shoot it on 16 and capture that kind of, that authenticity that I think film lends to a project that maybe I don't always feel like you have with a digital medium. You know, the black and white was more of an aesthetic choice. I just think it's such a beautiful format, and honestly, it was cheaper to shoot black and white too. But initially, I knew I wanted to shoot on 16. I wanted a kind of grainy look, and I talked to Kate Smearsjack, my DP, and we were going back and forth, and I think she actually suggested black and white, and we went with that, and I was very pleased with the end result by going black and white. For me, when I write a piece, if it's for the screen or for the stage, I really try and look at what specifically about that piece is going to make it specific for that medium. Like if I have a script, I want to know that it has to be either on the screen or on the stage. And what about it? Is it theatrical? Is it the visual storytelling? What's going to make it appropriate only for one? And why does it have to be told in that way? A lot of my stuff lately has been very queer-based. So this is a kind of a coming-of-age, coming-out story. And I've done probably 2 or 3 other LGBT-themed short films. But most of my work has been short comedies. So this is the first thing I've done that's been a dramatic piece. And so it's been a little bit of a change. But I've really enjoyed working on that and working with the cast on a dramatic piece as opposed to something comedic. It's such a different tone and different vibe than how I had been working prior to this. I think I was most worried about was the weather. By doing something that has completely exterior shooting and on a beach nonetheless, I was worried about the wind, in Chicago the weather can be very unpredictable too. So that was tricky. We were on a location too that we had permission to be there. We were on the beach and we had a permit, but we didn't have a closed location. So we were always worried about people walking through, or is someone going to come by and mow the yard and the grass behind us. But it all worked out okay. And prior to shooting, the casting was I think a challenge, because I feel like so much of this story happens in the subtext, and so I had to make sure that I had a cast who could really convey that, and I feel like I really did. I was very, very pleased with the actors who ended up working on this film. I hope that they feel like they've witnessed this authentic moment between these two guys, and they've been privy to this kind of special quiet time for them, without getting to know all the details, because it's called Non-Love Song, but you don't ever get to know what the song is. You don't ever get to see the pictures that the characters are taking. And you don't even for sure know, it's never said on the surface what they're talking about. So I hope that they can come away with this quiet moment but still get to know have a sense of what's going on and how they can relate that to themselves.
It's just a song.
So, I'm like your boyfriend?
That's not what I said.
No, because it sounded like you said I was your boyfriend.
That's because you don't listen.
Or I listen too well.
It's not like it's a love song or anything. It's just a song. A regular song.